editor of Breitbart, Texas. Next up, Bill King, well-known businessman, columnist, and
lawmakers remain at a stalemate over the government shutdown. It's now day 20 and the fallout is spreading. The Supreme Court building is closed to the public as federal courts begin to run out of funding. Fox 5's Maureen Ume is live this morning in Capitol Hill with the latest. Maureen.
Yeah, it's been a quiet morning here, but the pressure is steadily rising as people are looking to an end to the shutdown. As you said, this is now day 20 of the shutdown, and it is affecting our court system, the federal judiciary system. Now, saying that buildings will be closed, services perhaps halted. Let's give you the rundown of what is happening at day 20 of this shutdown. Again, the Supreme Court has already announced the building will be closed to the public, and other federal courts are now shifting to essential functions only. The federal judiciary as a whole says that beginning today, it will no longer have funding to maintain full paid operations. Only accepted work will continue, and staffers not doing that work will be furloughed or forced to work without pay. Now, so far, about 700,000 federal employees have been furloughed, and more than 4,000 have received layoff notices, stretching family services and relief programs across our region. Locally, the Capital Area Food Bank is mobilizing distribution sites in Maryland, Virginia, and D.C. for federal workers who are impacted by the shutdown, and commuter trains and buses have been made free for those affected. Now, Democrats say they won't vote to reopen the government until Congress agrees to extend health care subsidies set to expire at the end of the year. Republicans argued that should come after the government reopens. Now, if the shutdown continues into Wednesday, it will become the second longest in U.S. history.
Compromise on something around health care subsidies to end this thing?
They want to give 1 point. They have a deal. We have a deal. We just want an extension. And the reason we want an extension is because you can't make a deal with these people. They're lunatics. They've gone crazy. They're crazed people. Trump derangement syndrome.
We are trying to prevent really bad things from happening. We're trying to prevent the fact that many Americans received a notice of their premiums increasing, in many cases skyrocketingly, on January 1st. It will be too late to negotiate those tax credits in December. We have to come back to Washington now.
Well, another vote is expected this afternoon in the Senate to reopen the government, but few people expect that to pass. Of course, we'll be monitoring the situation and bringing you those updates. Back to you in the meantime.
Maureen, thanks very much.
At KPMG, your audit team is dedicated to providing you with a better audit experience, especially Clara. As an AI-enabled platform, KPMG Clara helps us uncover deeper insights into your business. KPMG.
Inspired by a true story.
I got it all on my land. God gave me the ears to hear.
When her faith was tested.
What's the damage? This might be the end of the road.
You give them so easy.
She inspired a nation to believe.
How does it feel to be the richest little girl in America?
On November 7th.
I ain't selling.
You want a war? Sometimes prayer.
Dear Lord, help me keep what's mine.
Is more powerful than any weapon.
God, give me that land for a reason.
Sarah's Oil. Rated PG. Only in theaters November 7th.
Ain't not fresh, ain't not clean, ain't no wankster in me. 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 Ain't not fresh, ain't not clean. Ain't no wankster in me. Yes, 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 yes. We back in the building with another podcast vlog. Better yet, evening news. This is Raw Dope Podcast, aka RDP, for all the haters that don't like me to say Raw Dope. And we back in the building with another show. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Yes. What we on, man? Hit that notification button, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, leave a comment. Supreme McGriff versus Hassan Campbell. He dropped Hassan Campbell the lawsuit. I played that a little bit yesterday. The DNA has popped up in Philadelphia. We got a DNA case in Philadelphia. What else we got on the chopping block? Food stamp shut down. Oh my God. It's almost Turkey Day. Christmas and the government shutting down, playing with the food in the hood, man. And they think those markets are going to be good. Up the security. if them people don't get their stamps, and a lot of moms, a lot of dads, a lot of people, depends on food supplements. We gonna get into all of that. But before I get into it, I'm gonna need some likes in there, bro. Y'all just looking at my number. I'm a nice looking young man. Thank you. But come on, bro. Come on, bro. Let me scrap my mic up. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all already hear me out there? Can y'all hear me clear? Can y'all hear me clear? They said, say hi. Do you like the song Klein? Nah. I don't like it. Song. I don't listen to the Gorillas, bro. I don't listen to it. The Gorillas, I did a couple. They had a couple songs, but no, I'm not a Gorilla. Let's go. Oh man, it's two people in there. You look like, yeah, it's me. It's me. It's me, Christina. Duh. Everybody know that.
The government shutdown, and lawmakers still can't agree on a deal to reopen the government. And now the fallout is spreading into places you probably did not expect, including our highest court. Thousands of government workers are also furloughed. However, we here at Fox 5 are here to help. We want to identify several places to which those in dire need can turn to. So we brought in our guy, producer Chris, of course, host of Do You Like It or Not, and Fox 5 Live Zone Primetime, joining me right here on the Live Zone. That's a lot to remember.
Yeah, tell me about it. It's
Yeah.
a lot to kind of sift through as we go too. But obviously, you know, we're encroaching on near record territory for this shutdown, 20 days.
And you look like Donald Trump when he naked.
So a lot of people out there obviously struggling.
That's how you look like Donald Trump naked.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that we wanted to do. Not only report the news, but
that's
provide
what you that's what you look
where
like.
you can turn to.
That's what you
for
like. What you
assistance.
look
So
like?
I'm
If
gonna
I look
start with
like that, what
Campbell
you
Area
look
Food
like?
Bank, Chris, because they're handing out free food to
Huh?
federal
What
workers.
you look
during
like?
the
Dragon
shutdown.
Ball
This is
Z?
actually going to take place tomorrow. Now, the offerings include fresh produce and shelf-stable items. Very important, yet again, an opportunity for folks who are in dire need of, well, let's say, food to turn to.
Yeah, and they help a lot of people.
The government shutdown making me mad, man. But let's get into this ghetto news. We're gonna talk about that though. But I want to talk about that Philly thing. I'm gonna get back into that later. This Philly case is really shock waves. This is really huge. Like, you know, this is really huge. Let's get into this.
KADA was deeply loved. Her light, kindness, and beautiful spirit.
KADA, rest in peace. Rest in peace, baby.
Words read on behalf of a heartbroken family now seeking justice for KADA Scott. We had just learned the Philadelphia District Attorney's Office has approved new charges against the man accused of abducting her. Good afternoon to you, everyone. I'm Natasha Brown in for Jim Donovan today. Thanks so much for being with us. KADA Scott's body was found over the weekend near a vacant middle school in East Germantown. She had been missing for just about 2 weeks. Chief Investigative Reporter Joe Holden is live at the District Attorney's office right now, where a news conference just wrapped up. Joe, he's joining us now with breaking details in this case.
Well, Natasha, good afternoon to you. So that news conference, as you said, ending moments ago, and we know now that there are new charges filed against Keon King. Those charges include for the burning of a car, as well as arson causing a catastrophe, and conspiracy. Now, this was a 2008 Hyundai Accent, according to prosecutors. Prosecutors say it was used to move KADA Scott to various locations, including the former Ada Scott Middle School, where Scott's remains were located on Saturday afternoon in a shallow grave. Investigators have not said yet how she died. The district attorney's office says they're looking at other people for their possible criminal involvement. We can confirm through sources it is believed that KADA Scott dies no more than 20 minutes after leaving work on Saturday, October 4th. Let's go ahead and provide a fresh updated timeline that prosecutors just outlined. Prosecutors say that Hyundai Accent I mentioned is stolen in the city on October 3rd. Then KADA Scott notably goes missing on October 4th. And then investigators say that Accent is reported on fire on a city street October 7th. At this time, our sources saying that KADA Scott is deceased. Prosecutors say the car was then towed to a junkyard and compacted. Investigators say the fire prevented collection of DNA evidence. Police have also obtained new video from a rec center there in East Germantown, which is close to Ada Lewis Middle School, showing Keon King and movements that Keon King was doing in that area. Prosecutors have also said, importantly, technology and tips from the public helped police figure out where to search and where Keon King was in all of these 2+ weeks of the search for KADA Scott. So we're going to hear from the district attorney's office first, and then we'll hear read aloud a statement from the family of KADA Scott. Let's go ahead and listen.
Last week, I received a tip to go to the A. Lewis Middle School. Investigators went on a thorough search. Essentially, what the new tip was this weekend was go back. It was go back, she's there, look again, and they did give more specific details in terms of where to look. And ultimately, that is what led us to her. Please continue to keep us in prayer as we navigate this unimaginable loss. Our hearts are broken beyond measure. We are profoundly thankful to every person who shared KADA's story, joined the search efforts.
Caden Scott was missing, since October the 4th. They just found a body over the weekend, decomposed, burnt. They got a suspect. Oh man, abducting a woman and doing whatever you did to her and setting the body on fire is just crazy. But one thing that I can assure you is that the state of Pennsylvania is going to crucify that boy if he get found guilty of that. It's just certain crimes you shouldn't even be mentioning. And you know what I mean? Like you should. And then the world is to criminals out here. The world is on candid camera. I knew that shit back since The Enemy of the State. I was obsessed with that movie, Enemy of the State. I need to get an Enemy of the State poster because I used to think about that all the time. Even back then when Enemy of the State first came out, I would get into my deep thoughts like, if they could watch this man like this and they put this shit in the movie, yo, this shit got to be going on with the world. There's no way that producers and shit are just genius. We're going to make it seem like the satellites and the earth follow everything. Yes, bro. Yes. I believe that 99% of the crimes could be cracked in the city, in the world, if they revealed that we all on camera. If they revealed that is what is it called? You violate your rights, all this type shit. But they see everything, bro. They let shit slide and then they let shit get away. Don't you ever wonder like how the fuck they figure that out? The satellites in the sky. Why do you think they always sending somebody up in that sky, bro? Satellites are for real, bro. We have entered the age of ultimate. We're into the Jetson age. If you younger than me and don't know what the Jetsons is, watch the Jetsons and Enemy of the State and then, flick your calendar to 2025 because, yo, it's technology everywhere, bro. These Ring cameras. Why you think that was $1 billion business? Like, bro, if 10 people got Ring cameras on your block and 10 people got them on the next block and so on and so forth, they can track you down from everywhere your car went. They can really do that. And you could really get smashed, bro. I'm not lying to you. I'm just being totally honest and totally cool about this situation. So that's what I see. Like, yo, bro, these crimes, bro, dudes are getting caught for, bro, instantly. And this one with a woman, bro, like, I don't know, bro. Like, yo, you got a mental problem, bro, and you're gonna go to jail for the rest of your life. And you if you found guilty of that. And man, if you didn't do that, man, and they got you on the news for that, that's fucked up, bro. And they need to be prosecuted for charging an innocent man with a crime like that. But if you're guilty on that crime, bro, I have no remorse or no sympathy for you, bro. Like that doing that shit, the women shit is out of order, bro. I don't know where dudes get off so hard. Where your father, where your uncle, where your grandfather at, where your brother? Like, come on, bro. Like, how could you just want to kill a woman, yo? Like how? Just how? Like if she didn't do nothing, I just abduct somebody getting off of work, do God knows what, and then kill them, then set their body on fire. Like, bro, that's why you got caught. I believe God don't play. You going to get caught for crimes like that because you deserve to get caught because you're a fucked up person. Man, pray for that girl family, man. Let's get back into it. Prayed with us and stood by our family during this devastating time.
Now, head of the homicide unit, Bob Wainwright, did say that they are, of course, prepping a homicide case. So those would be aspects of new charges. We also know that Keon King will be rearrested and brought down for a bail hearing at some point. Those charges speak to the arson and conspiracy concerning that 2008 Hyundai Accent. We do have to note, of course, the huge development coming from sources, once again, believe that KADA Scott died within 20 minutes after leaving her place of work in Chestnut Hill on Saturday, October 4th. Lots to unpack here. We'll see you starting at 4 with the latest. We're live inside the office. Joe Holden, CBS News, Philadelphia.
All right, lots to
Wow,
there, Joe.
man.
Thank you very
fucked up.
much for that update. Now stay with CBS News Philadelphia for continuing coverage
Y'all
of
keep
this
KADA
case and
Scott,
the impact.
y'all prayers and her family, man. Beautiful black queen that just didn't deserve that shit, bro. She didn't deserve it, man. Young girl, man. They killed it. These niggas goofy. Y'all niggas tough, bro. Like, for real, bro. Like, where your fucking father at, my nigga? Where your father at? Like, yo, where you with up? Yo, like, yo, when do you step up and be like, enough is enough, bro? Like, I mean, come on, bro. You ain't gonna protect the women and children. Fuck is we protecting, bro? Like, come on, bro. Like, that's some sucker shit, bro. That's all on the news, man. I had to cover this, bro, because, you know, we cover everything. Yeah, they ain't talk about this, bro. It's tough, bro. It's tough, bro.
This week on
It's tough, bro. And they got a suspect, and I don't think he's gonna be formally charged with murder because they gotta prove that beyond a reasonable doubt. But conspiracy to us, and they on his ass. Oh my God, if you want to get straight to the conversation.
The bottom line is a second case has already been approved, and we expect there to be a new arrest today, in all likelihood, of Keon King when he is brought in from the jail. The arrest will be for burning of a car, arson, causing catastrophe, conspiracy, several other charges, and we'll get into the details of that in a moment. But more than anything, as I said, this is a press conference that I hope will in some way address some of the needs and wishes of the family. At this time, I'd like to identify some of the good people who are here. We have with us Philadelphia City Councilman. While he will not be reading it, he will be standing with us.
Into the bread and butter.
I'd like to start with the family's statement. Tania Leonard, who is the director of the DAO's CARES unit, and Mariel Dela Cruz, Jessica Serrano, victim witness coordinator, will stand with Tania, is going to read that statement on behalf of the family. Standing with them, of course, will be Mr. Marcus Allen. Although he will not be speaking today, he will be here at their request and as their presence in this moment. You should know that Tania, who was present when Councilmember Phillips and I spoke to the family, will be working collaboratively with them and with our internal and external victim advocates to prioritize critical, necessary services to support the family and communities that are impacted by this horrific killing. Tania Leonard and friends.
Good morning. I'm Tania Leonard, the Director of Crisis Assistance, Response, and Engagement Unit here at the Philadelphia District Attorney's Office. And on behalf of the CARES unit, I want to begin by extending our deepest care and support to the family of KADA Scott during this unimaginable, difficult time. CARES was created to stand with families who have experienced this type of tragedy and to walk beside them, help them access the support they need, and ensure they're not alone in days and weeks ahead. Yesterday evening, members of our team met with the mother and father of KADA Scott at their home alongside the district attorney to offer our continued presence, resources, and support as they navigate this profound loss. At this time, with the family's permission, we'll share a statement prepared by KADA's mother and father as we stand in solidarity with the family as a unit, as victim advocates, and as an office during this journey of grief and healing. Today, we'll say her name. Tomorrow, we'll say her name. And forever, we will say her name. It is with profound sadness that we share the tragic passing of our beloved daughter, KADA Scott. We kindly ask for space and privacy at this time as we process the heartbreaking events of the past few weeks. Our hearts are shattered, yet we are deeply grateful for the outpouring of love, support, and prayers from people across the nation and around the world. Please continue to keep us in prayer as we navigate this unimaginable loss. Our hearts are broken beyond measure. We are profoundly thankful to every person who shared KADA's story, joined the search efforts, prayed with us, and stood by our family during this devastating time. Your compassion, love, and strength have carried us when we could not carry ourselves. KADA was deeply, deeply loved. Her light, kindness, and beautiful spirit will forever remain in our hearts. We also wish to extend our heartfelt gratitude to Mayor Sherelle Parker, the Philadelphia Police Department, all first responders, local volunteers, community organizations, and media outlets, as well as everyone who worked tirelessly to help find our daughter. Although the outcome is one no parent should ever have to face, we remain thankful for the unity, leadership, and love that surrounded us through it all. As we continue to grieve, our family now seeks justice for KADA. We place our full trust in the Philadelphia Police Department and the Philadelphia District Attorney's Office to ensure that the truth is revealed and that those responsible are held accountable to the fullest extent of the law. Please honor KADA's memory by showing kindness and care to one another, just as she did every day of her life. With love, strength, and gratitude, the family of KADA Scott.
What up, y'all?
As of last night, our office approved charges, as the DA just said, of arson, causing catastrophe, conspiracy, unauthorized use of an automobile, tampering with evidence, recklessly endangering another person, and receipt of stolen property. Those charges are in reference to the burning of a vehicle. That vehicle is a 2008 black Hyundai Accent. That vehicle first entered our radar last week. Investigators received a tip that there was a vehicle burning and that vehicle had some connection to this case. At the time last week, when investigators went to the location where the vehicle was burned, that vehicle was no longer there. It had already been towed, compacted, and was in a junkyard. This weekend, we recovered additional evidence, including video evidence that confirms that this vehicle, we believe, is the vehicle that Mr. Keon King used to move Ms. Scott. We recovered video out from near the Ada Lewis Middle School, where our search and the investigator search has been focused. There's a rec center directly next to that school. Video evidence was recovered from that rec center, and we are now able to say that this Hyundai Accent was on location at all of the times we're looking at all of the pertinent points in the investigation. That vehicle was stolen on October 3rd.
If you just tap in, this is about KADA Scott, the young lady that went missing in Philadelphia early part of October. Her body was found outside of a middle school over the weekend. Her body was they found the remains. It was burned up, sent to a scrap yard. The car is gone, and Philadelphia has charged a suspect, but they haven't charged him with murder yet. You know, that's what this is about.
From the area of 6600 Sprague Street. We believe that vehicle is the vehicle that was used in this case. That vehicle was then on scene at that rec center, which ultimately, as we all know, is where we found Ms. Scott's human remains. Video evidence indicates It was on location. Video evidence then indicates it leaves the location. It is burned on October 7th. It was located at the 2300 block of 74th Avenue. When this new video evidence was uncovered this weekend, investigators from the homicide unit cross-referenced all of this information with the cell phone evidence that we had already gained and we had already been using in terms of the kidnapping case and other charges. What I can share is that the cell phone evidence, the call detail records, and timing advance data as it pertains to Keon King's mobile device puts him at all of the locations that we're talking about. It's on scene when the Hyundai Accent is there at the recreation center. It is on scene when the vehicle is burned. Based on that, last night I approved those charges. And as the DA said, we should have more information in terms of bail and a preliminary hearing date, hopefully this afternoon or certainly by tomorrow.
That boy going up the river.
Thank you, Ashley. Appreciate those details. Just a reminder.
Yo, Travis, get out with me, man. Hit me in the DM, man.
Just heard.
I've been looking for you, man.
Talking about the fact that this burning automobile was connected to this case in part due to a tip from the public. I'm not kidding when I say that the public has played an enormous role here. I would ask residents of Philadelphia to continue reaching out with tips and information to seek justice for the family of KADA Scott and to allow us to have all the facts so we can justly and vigorously prosecute defendant Keon King and any other people who may have been involved
Keon King
with this activity. Philadelphia Police Department can accept this information at 215-686-TIPS. In other words, 215-686-TIPS. Also call the DA's office at 215-686-8000. We will make sure that your information is considered as an aspect of this investigation. It is now my pleasure to introduce Philadelphia City Council member Anthony Phillips of the 9th Council.
We got to do all that cancer. Keon going to prison, bro. KADA Scott, bro, that's fucked up. And Keon, he held on a $2.5 million out of bail. You know what I mean, for those charges. And like I said, Philadelphia don't play. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yeah, just send me the number, bro. Holla at me. But you know, this is a tragic case, and what I want to share this too for me, Trapster. I just want to get into that. Like, I was in prison. You know what I mean? I like that. You know, one thing about me, I like to get into some of the stories. So in prison, these guys like Keon King is in there. Trust me, they're in there. I always tell you, guys like Nicholas Brown, guys, there's so many different guys, bro. Like, they commit these crimes. And these guys commit these crimes and they get put into the prisons throughout the United States, or particularly their state. So it'll be in Pennsylvania prisons. So you're in Pennsylvania prisons, you run across these guys, right? And then you find out what they locked up for. You heard what they locked up for, and you just look at them the whole time, yo. Like, you watch me like, damn, yo, locked up for setting that girl on fire, killing her, probably baked her, probably did a whole bunch of little weirdo stuff. So you got some dudes that's going up in his mouth. Pop, pop, pop. You got some dudes taking the conversation, or you may have dudes with charges like this that go for bad. You know what I mean? You might have dudes like this with charges like this that go for broke, meaning that if you approach them the wrong way, you better come correct. But that's 1 out of every 10. That's one and a half man out of every 10. The other 8.5 usually be soft. So you sit down and you talk to these dudes and you just hear them talking, you know what I mean? Or you ask some questions and shit, bro. And you be like, yo, why the fuck did you do it? Or why? You know what I mean? I was in Patuxent and there was some dudes in there with some wild crimes, bro. And dudes who used to sit in class, and the kid, Nicholas Brown, the dude asked him, we was sitting in class, Nick, why did you do it? Nick asked you, like, when you in prison and you incarcerated, you here for what you did or allegedly did, whether you innocent or guilty. Once you get found guilty or plead guilty, you get sent to prison, and nobody gives a fuck if you did it or not. Straight up. And then average motherfucker eyes, everybody in prison saying they didn't do it. So when they say they didn't do it, you just be like, whoa, and then when they get convicted, how you get convicted, you know what I mean? And I'm telling you here, man, them dudes be different, bro. Like, you be thinking like some of them dudes be funny. Some of them dudes have a sense of humor. Some of them dudes be cold cash crazy. Some of them dudes be having good goddamn sense. You get what I'm saying? I can honestly say that some of them dudes be having good goddamn sense. Like, they really be having good goddamn shit. They did that shit out of anger because they was mad, and that just will help them. They didn't realize what they did till after it was done. And, you know, a crime against a woman, it's a lot of men in jail for that. And throughout the duration of their incarcerations, they will butt heads with other men about that. Because dudes got mothers, daughters, sisters, aunties, grandmothers, and dudes, might be having a bad day and try you on that tip. But you definitely gonna have to, you know what I'm saying? You definitely gonna have to move around, or if you get put on PC, you got dudes that been living on PC for 30 years, just locked in a cell, get 2 hours a day, be the working man or some shit, because they be on protective custody so long they don't never want to go in the population because they know what could happen to them in the population. So I don't know, man. Like I said, the man is innocent until proven guilty. I'm from the ghetto, and my famous words is you're guilty until proven innocent. So right now, it ain't looking good. And in some cases, bro, be so bad that even if you didn't do it, sometimes you got to go down. We see that now every week, every month. Falsely accused man, giving a settlement, man let go, and it make you cry. It's one of them cases. If he didn't do that, they might make an example out of him. You know what I'm saying? If he did do that, they gonna make an example out of him. Either way, man, it's a fucked up situation to be here. You got that girl family gonna come to court. You got people that's gonna support that girl. You get what I'm saying? And she didn't deserve that. Man, no matter what argument. And then I don't think he even knew her. So this is just a random girl that just lost her fucking life. You know what I mean? And people wonder why they got cameras everywhere. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't cameras everywhere, they would never have found this dude, and he probably could have did it again. You know what I mean? He's allegedly charged with this, but he could have did it again. And they saying they got him on camera, setting the car on fire. They got him on camera doing certain shit. So a camera, you can't lie about if it was you on the camera or not, if they can identify you. So I don't know, man. It's tough, bro. It's tough, man. Hit that notification button, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, leave a comment, man. Get in the algorithm. Push this content into the algorithm, please. So, the icing on the cake, man. The boy Hassan Campbell. Let me do this. Hassan Campbell versus Supreme. Man. Hassan Campbell.
Or how you was one of the biggest dealers, kingpins in New York history. But when I repeat what the courts convicted you of, it's
Style and substance. In the GM.
or how you was one of the biggest dealers, kingpins in New York history. But when I repeat what the courts convicted you of, you're trying to hit me for defamation of character? At the end of the day, Hassan went on there and accused Supreme. I forget exactly what it was. Of some shit.
I'll tell you what it was.
Yeah.
He tried to base mama on P2.
Yeah, there you go. So they booked him for slander, defamation. 3 million.
He's scared right now.
He's scared straight because they got him dead back. He tried to take the video down and all that, but it was too late. And by the way, Chuck, I just accepted an offer Friday. So give us a week or two when they pay me, and then we be able to have a field day with the CS2 back bozos. He called the nigga the other day. He was like, yo, Chuck, he was like, yo, Wack, I was going to call you when I heard you and Prince talking, and I figured you had a line. Yo, bro, I said, yeah, that $3 million gonna hurt. I said, you can't even move the assets. I've been trying to tell y'all what to do. Y'all don't listen, do you? Can't move the assets.
Well, he was on there today talking about ain't shit in his name. Right?
What?
Did he say ain't shit in his name, Russo?
His house is tied to it. Yeah, he can't move his asses. They got him booked. They got him booked. So, you know, he like, what? Call him. Put the call in. Put the. I said, I signed.
He said on that video, he said, I called White Eagles for him.
Yeah.
He needs your help.
Yeah. I said, I signed. Remember I told you a while back I had a play for you? Yeah, I said, see, now if you'd have went on with the play, you'd be in position, or I might call it, you to pay it something. But no, Wack, you gotta understand, man. I didn't know if you and Act and all y'all was against me. And whoop the whoop, I said, we just was bringing you opportunity. I said, now you didn't phased out. It don't matter. I said, you gonna off $150,000 in attorney fees alone.
But Zip said some real. So he said, like, not moving forward. Now it's like, you know what I mean? Rappers he talk about.
Bro, not only that, watch what my did. Same way.
All right, y'all, there it is. A lot of y'all was probably in Zip with the Drips live. Y'all know how he get down. I think it was like 2,000 plus up in there. He had it popping. And you know this was a happy day for Zip. Zip saying, when my money get up, I'm coming after you too. And the rest of these dudes talking noise. So, and another update, the World Star Hip Hop offered Wack 3 separate offers. He's accepted one of them. It's about to go through. So I'm saying all this to say, for all y'all podcasters and content creators that may be listening to this, be careful with your words. You don't got to hold back if it's verifiable. But if it's speculatory, if you assuming, or if your source is not credible, you putting yourself at risk. Make sure you qualify everything you say. And if you're getting it from somewhere else, cite that source. Don't try to look like the one who came up with it, because if it's wrong, you're going to be left holding the bag. So it may set a precedent for podcasts. You never know. Sometimes there's these landmark situations. Maybe it's not, maybe it is. But potentially, with Wack winning his case,
for the ones who know well-prepared workdays.
It's getting sticky. Wack won the case against World Star Hip Hop. Let me Google that. Wack 100 World Star Hip Hop.
and go, anybody that's talking slick is going to have to think twice. If you just reporting the news with journalistic integrity and you cite your sources and you careful, and if it's not confirmed, you make sure you say alleged, you make sure you say things like that, you should be all right. Otherwise, they could be knocking at your door too. And I hope you're doing well with your podcasting, because you're going to need a lot of bread to fight them people. Because typically the people that we remark on is doing very well in life, typically, financially, that is. So just a word to the wise, man. I know I'm taking heed. I try to be careful already. If you know the channel, then you know. If I'm breaking something, I'll let you know if it's confirmed or not, where it's confirmed from or through, and we go from there. You know what I'm saying? Always leave it open, because you just never know. And we're going to see how this shake out with Hassan. We'll see if Wack puts him in touch with Preem or puts him in touch with Prince. They settle, or they agree that you never speak to me about me again, and we can just act like this never happened. You know what I mean? Because it may be a situation where it's more like, forget you ever knew me, than it being about the money. When you think about it, it's kind of, because there's a lot of loose lips on these internet streets. And there's a lot of things thrown around about people. And if it's just an opinion, you know, we all got one of those, whether it's right or wrong. But when you pose it as facts and it can cause harm to that person's brand, their income, and this and that, because you got to remember, a lot of these people got contracts that say conduct detrimental to the brand. And once that happens, if they got a sponsorship, you see them get dropped. Like with Club Shay Shay, like with Gil's Arena having to go 50-50 with Underdog. He was already 50-50, but then he had to sell the rest of Gil's Arena. Now it's just the arena because he slipped up. My point is, any negative thing, podcasting wise, this and that, reputational harm does have downstream impacts, and it can definitely tamper with the bag, especially if it's a big bag. So we've seen that bag get fumbled plenty of times. So appreciate y'all tuning in, man. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Till next time, it's your boy. We out.
Or how you was one of
Haven't you heard? I'm the Wicked Witch of the West.
When have you known me to go around just lying on people? If I said something and I didn't do my homework, I apologize and I take it down. But when it comes to my life, why do I gotta explain? Or why do I even have to show paperwork to anybody when I showed niggas the police knocking on my door, being served?
And some people may argue, okay, it's because Supreme need money, right? Just like Bimmy tried to say on MREC TV, Supreme only said that because they know their numbers will go up on a Supreme Team documentary. The first Supreme Team documentary ain't do too well. So they need a hook. They need a hook and a reel in order to grab people's attention so they can get some money and get some eyes on this documentary and get the views up, right? So now all of a sudden, Supreme will put out a defamation of character lawsuit against you at the same time that he says something about Bimmy being a rat for 40 years. It's just weird, man. It's just weird. It doesn't make any sense to me. It don't. Again, if I had that paperwork, I'm going to show it. I'm going to show you guys, yo, this is what's going on right here. Now, some people may say, oh, maybe it's a play for money. Maybe Bimmy gave Hassan a call and said, yo, you know, let's figure something out. Because as you can see, Hassan ain't say nothing about the whole Bimmy situation. Hassan been on 6ix9ine, pause, and now he's on Preem. He's on Jim Jones, pause. You understand what I'm saying? Usually, when something is trending, Hassan has something to say. But he's going to give his own intellectual perspective, which I respect. For this to come out now, saying that you got served papers for defamation of character from Supreme, it's just off to me. Something doesn't feel right, and that's just my honest opinion.
First of all, champ, you played yourself because, nigga, you got my number, my nigga. If you wanted to see the paperwork, my nigga, you could have asked me for the paperwork. But you know that the paperwork is real because you know I'm a real nigga. So instead, you just gonna throw shade. Because if you wanted to see the paperwork, which is coming soon, but why would I have to show you the paperwork when the police was at my door? Y'all saw the paperwork in his hand. Y'all want to see the paperwork? Tune into Harlem TV. If you want to see the paperwork, tune into Harlem TV and make sure y'all go subscribe and hit the like button over there. But you are right. You are absolutely right, champ. Something just ain't right. Out of all niggas that made videos and had something to say about Supreme, why me? You think I didn't ask that question myself, my nigga? You think that I want to be sued for $10 million? Out of all of the niggas that had something to say about Supreme, even the niggas that snitched on him, that got him doing life in jail, I'm the nigga that he want to take to court.
You think I didn't ask myself that question 1,000 times over? You think I didn't ask myself, why y'all don't ask WAC 100 if this case is real? Why y'all don't ask WAC 100? How did he know last Sunday? He texted me while I was laying in the bed, I'm just joking. I'm just joking, you two. Now, the nigga texts me, talking about, you know, you only got 10 days left, right? I looked at my phone because I don't speak to WAC. So I calls the nigga. What's up, WAC? What are you talking about? You know you got 10 days to respond, right? How you know that? So then I goes into my, wow, these niggas is diabolical. Now I'm begging and pleading, yo, could you help me? Because I'm afraid. This is bigger than the lawsuit, my nigga. These niggas is diabolical. Yes, now I am afraid. Because the niggas that I'm used to beefing with, they see you in the street and they air you out. These niggas is playing in court. I don't know what role WAC 100 plays in this. I don't know why I never spoke to nobody. I kept this quiet because I was waiting to see what the lawyers was going to have to say dealing with this situation. So I was sitting up there. I ain't saying nothing to nobody. Only a chosen few people knew what was going on with me. But you absolutely right, champ. Something just ain't right. When a nigga like me, I'm the voice of the people. And some people, whether y'all like it or not, they believe in me. Whether you like it or not, some people believe in me.
Right now, get a heating system tune-up from Constellation Home for just $59.95.
If you got a problem, I don't care what it is. You need a hand, I'm going to show you this. I can help.
Visit ConstellationHome.com.
The pursuit to serve others is yours. Find your purpose at GCU.
Hassan Campbell going crazy, bro. Hassan Campbell, yo, and this Preem joint took it too far, bro. It's took it too far. Everybody tripping. I'm trying to get somebody deep on this. I don't know, man. Supreme dropped the lawsuit. Hassan Campbell pissed, and they saying the content creators can't, you know what I mean, can't say certain shit. You know what I mean? You don't want false allegations put out on you. You don't want the wrong thing said. You know what I mean? And that's it. That's all. You know what I mean? That's I know, bro. That's why I tell you, bro. I just give my opinion, bro. I don't be breaking paperwork. I just give my opinion. Just my opinion. I don't be giving nothing else. You know what I mean? I don't be giving nothing else. Like I don't be giving nothing else. Like real talk. I don't be giving nothing else. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie to you. I couldn't handle it. You know what I mean? But WAC 100, man, he on the tip. He on the tip. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. It's deep, man. It's deep. That's why I say, bro, I don't be breaking stories about these dudes because I don't know nothing about their life. And I really don't care. It's just like a urban novel, man. It's just a quick read. It's good entertainment. You know what I'm saying? It's like a slut on Fridays, man. It's just entertainment. That's not what you into. So I just say, damn, you know, Preem, it's just, this is just weird. To me, it's just all content, barbershop talk, bullpen talk, something to get the internet rolling. But it definitely got that documentary hitting the fan. And you know what I mean? Maybe Supreme dropped the lawsuit. I don't know. Dudes be making strategic moves in this shit and be getting, you know, a heads up. And then I guess WAC gonna come save the day for Hassan Campbell and Preem. I don't know, man. They be having a lot going on, but man, you know what I mean? Just got distracted, man. Hit that notification button, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, leave a comment, man. I'm gonna tap in with y'all a little bit later, man. I just here because I missed yesterday, but man, please hit that notification button, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, leave a comment. Let's keep our fingers crossed that the government shut down. Keep y'all fingers crossed and y'all prayers and y'all hearts in the air for Kay and Scott the woman that was abducted and the body was found in Philadelphia. And Supreme versus Hassan Campbell, man. That's all we cover. But we're going to get into some other stuff a little bit later. I'm going to tap in on like the 6, 7 o'clock tip. You know what I mean? But hit that notification button, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, leave a comment. No fuck shit, no fake shit, no foolishness. Anything you say can't and will be used against you on the internet. RDP.